Okay, in this video, I want to show you guys how I made a temporary charger for a 2005 iBook G4. Okay, so I got my hands on this computer a few days ago. It looked to be in a decent condition. The only problem is I couldn't test it because I didn't have the charger. Okay, so I look online. I saw there was a YouTube video telling people to use safety pins to charge it. I wasn't very fond of that. So in the comment section of that video, there was a mention that you could use a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack to charge it. Obviously, that was not the case because you couldn't even insert a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack into the charging port. Let me show you. Okay, so actually, this one I have here is already working, but for this purpose of demonstration, let me actually unplug the charger for the moment. Okay, so now let's get a 3.5 headphone jack. I have my headphone over here. Sorry about that. Let me stop that radio over there. Okay, so now let's get our headphone jack. Come over here. Unplug this one. I'll show you how I made this one later. Okay, well, let's just show you that this is a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. That is the charging port. Okay, see, it doesn't go in. I mean, the headphone jack is too thick. Okay, then it got me thinking. Yes, indeed, the tipping of the headphone jack is indeed very similar to the central post of the original Apple charger. So can I actually have a smaller one that actually gonna work? So this is what I did. I found a 2.5 centimeter headphone jack. It was from a way back. Okay, I think this was probably from an old flip phone in the 2010 era. Okay, I dug it out from a box. Okay, and this one is actually particularly nice because it's actually just a converter. It converts the 3.5 to the 2.5. Okay, so actually what we're going to need is just a central ring over here. I mean, the focus is not right. So the tip is not charged. Okay, the central ring is negative, and the back of the tip, that's where you have the positive. Okay, so the regional charger, I think, requires 24 volts. So from what I read online, 19 volts is perfectly fine. So that's what I have. Okay, so I have this tip, and then I used my 3.5 millimeter headphone jack extension cord. Okay, so this one has a kind of steady, flat wire, so it's kind of nice. So even though the wires are still very thin, I think this is better than the original one that is kind of cylindrical in shape. Okay, so once I have this tip, I got it wired to my iGo charger over here. Okay, so that's my iGo charger. I have the different tips, but none of them work with this iBook G4. So what I have here is I just made a tip myself. Okay, so how did I make the tip? It's very simple. It's just these two wires that I mentioned before from the central ring and the back of the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. And I use a piece of Lego. Okay, and then two wires. Where did I find the wires? Well, I happen to have a takeout box from a Chinese restaurant. Okay, I just took out two sections of the wire, soldered the wires from this headphone extension cord, and that's it. This is gonna work. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so first of all, let's put this 2.5 to 3.5 adapter back into my iBook. Next, plug the 3.5, oh, not this one, the other side. Okay, from this side, Plug this into this adapter. Alright, and now put this makeshift tip into the iGo adapter. Make sure that you have the right polarity. So in my case, it goes like this. Okay. Alright, it's hard to do this with just one hand. But there we go. And finally, let's just plug this thing in the outlet. Alright, is it gonna work? Okay, let's see. Do you guys hear the hum? There we go. It's gonna work. Let me show you the charging icon here on the iBook. This one is pretty old, so it will probably take a while for the screen to come on. There we go. So the bottom half has some water damage, which probably I will use the heat gun to get rid of that. Hopefully it's gonna work. Okay, it's loading. So this one is upgraded to 10.4 Tiger. And I can use it for word processing and things like that, but for web browsing, it's really slow. Okay, but anyway, that's not the point. Okay, so for this particular model, I'm not sure whether this is because the voltage is not correct or whether the onboard battery is bad. But anyway, let's get rid of that. Then you see over here, it's charging. Okay, again, that's just using this makeshift charger. All right. So I hope this video helps you. If you have iBook or PowerBook from 2002 to 2005 and then you want to charge it but don't want to buy a charger for like $20, you may give this a try. Okay, that's all. Take care.